So today I have a new figure from Storm Collectibles. This is Ken the Eagle G1, the leader of Science Ninja Team Gatchaman. And I've waited a long time for this one. It's kind of a mixed bag, I'm going to say. So I'm going to try and kind of manipulate this figure with one hand, as always. So his visor is very cool. It is plastic. It is obviously see-through. And looks pretty good. Now, I'm going to get into my issues with the figure. I am a huge fan of Gatchaman, going all the way back to the 1970s when it was Battle of the Planets, which was a very chopped up, censored version of the original Gatchaman series. So here's the facial sculpt. Here is the anime version of him, and you can tell that they decided to do their own thing. So he doesn't really look like the anime version, and I'm a little disappointed in that. I think it would have been pretty cool if he looked like that instead of this. So it's a more realistic look to him. Now I'm going to remove his head. Okay, pops off pretty easily. And remove his cape. And he looks kind of like Earthworm Jim, I think, at this point. So all right, so let's get into the articulation. So the articulation's, it's good. It's fine. Storm Collectibles has good articulation. They use a soft rubber, which I don't know that I love. I think it's fine. I think the paint job here is very good. It looks like a premium figure. I think this was over $100 for this figure. For some reason, it's age 17 and above, but I guess they don't really expect children to. It's not really something for playing. It's more for adults, and children probably wouldn't even know who G1 Ken is. So he's got his two. Well, it's kind of the bird shuriken. Unfortunately, they didn't make it so that it could fold out. So you have two different versions, and then this one can go into his little side pocket here. If I can get it in. So I don't know how many people. Gatchaman has maintained its popularity, but I see a lot more projects in the works that get canceled than actual final projects. So he has two different other capes. He's got this one here, which is quite large and very impressive. And then he's got a little bit less. Probably him in his flight when he's flying. He's not capable of flying, but he can glide. I've never figured out whether the Science Ninja Team actually have superpowers or whether they're just incredibly talented. So the problem with these capes is they put all the weight on the back. There is absolutely no way that he is going to be able to stand without a brace, and this figure does not come with a brace. So that makes it pretty much impossible to use any cape other than the one that comes with him. So let me put him back together again. Oh, shoot. Don't damage him. Okay, so put that there. All right. Looking good. So unfortunately, this cape covers most of his body. That's kind of a shame. I mean, I kind of wish they'd used a different material. I don't even know if it would be possible, but because he does have this heavy white cape, and it would be kind of cool if it was able to be, rather than just have three different capes, have a single cape that was maybe had some wiring in it and was posable. So he's got 5 different alternate hands. He's got hands for holding his shurikens. He's got another head, which looks almost the same. It's got a little bit of teeth showing there. So it's almost the same, but his mouth is slightly open and maybe a different expression on his eyes. So this is kind of more of a neutral look, and then this is maybe more of an aggressive look. Okay. This was kind of my introduction to anime. So I would have been like 5 years old when I watched this. Very young. So here's a few more pictures of Ken the Eagle, showing him doing his posing, and there he is with his cape. Obviously, they must have had a brace somehow, which must be removed from the picture. Even this one here. I believe he doesn't even have pegs or anything to peg into something on the ground. So he would need some kind of brace around the waist or something to be able to hold him up, and it does not come with a brace, like I said. Okay, so there's another picture. This is from the original anime. I own all 3 seasons, as well as the 3-part OVA from the 1990s. I am a huge fan. I really am a huge fan. They don't really come out with a lot of Gatchaman stuff lately for years, so it was pretty exciting. Now, I don't know if they're going to be producing. There are 4 other members of Gatchaman. Then there are the villains like Berg Katse and other villains. And I've seen the Phoenix sold, but they always seem to be models, and I don't really want a model. So this is what I got. This is kind of my first, it is my first figure from Gatchaman. And I would, if they came out with the other 4 Gatchaman, I would pick them up. I'm not thrilled with everything about this, but I would say it's good enough. I wish they did a different facial sculpt. I wish maybe they'd have handled the cape different, but other than that, I think it's perfectly fine and will look nice on my shelf. So anyway, that's Ken the Eagle, leader of Gatchaman, or G1, or Ken Washio, or whatever the names were, and Eagle Riders, and Battle of the Planets, and I think some other iterations.